Hi, welcome back to the RhinoBond how-to video series. My name's David Allure. I'm the RhinoBond product manager. Today we're going to talk about how easy it is to lay out the prescriptive fastening pattern of RhinoBond plates. That pattern will change from the field, into the perimeter, and finally the corner. So we're going to show you on our demo deck here how simple it is to lay out a corner section, a perimeter section, and finally a field section. So let's get started. We want to be sure that we do not overdrive a RhinoBond plate, that we install it flush with the top of the insulation. We'll get a little closer shot so that you see what I'm talking about. An important consideration when installing RhinoBond plates is that they're installed to the proper depth and not overdriven. So what I've laid in front of us is a nice illustration of a proper depth here on the right side, finger tight, no damage to the outside facer of the insulation board, versus an improperly installed RhinoBond plate. Overdriven, countersunk, laying below the grade of the insulation. In this case, actually fracturing the facer of the insulation. Why does this present a problem? Remember, when membrane is placed over this plate and it's welded with the RhinoBond induction tool, we want to put a flat bottom magnet on top of that plate. We want that magnet to come in clean contact with the entire surface of that RhinoBond plate. If I have this plate countersunk or overdriven, that will not happen. An overdriven plate will yield a less than optimal bond. So it's very important when you're training your plate installers to be sure that all RhinoBond plates are installed flush with the insulation and finger tight. Properly installed, overdriven. The first section of the roof that we're going to lay out is the corner. The corner will be specified by the architect and laid out according to the prescriptive pattern that the roof system manufacturer supplies to the roofer. So in this area, we're working on the corner. So according to our schematic, we have plates that show 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches, and finally 12 inches. Using your drawings, the first job is to strike chalk lines all the way down the length of your work, representing your fastening pattern rows. After the chalk lines are installed, the next thing is to make a quick template using an 8-foot piece of term bar. So what you see here is an 8-foot piece of term bar. Again, I've used the prescriptive pattern for the corner from the roof system manufacturer, marking the position of each one of those plates as they appear on the diagram, marking the template corner. So, a simple hash mark at each one of our marks, sliding the template down to the next board, lining it up along our chalk line, and continuing to mark over our template. Once your sections are marked, a second operator can be following behind, placing the plates on top of each one of our marks. Nice straight rows of plates according to the prescriptive fastening pattern into the corner. Alrighty, the next area of the roof we're going to lay out is the perimeter. So again, referring to your mechanical drawing from the roof system manufacturer, mark the positions of your straight lines, 12 inches in, 24 inches later, and another 12 inches from the side. Again, strike your chalk lines, grab another piece of term bar, snap it to 8 feet, and mark it according to the perimeter pattern, as you can see here. Similarly to the way we did in the corner, simply line up your template bar and mark your perimeter markings. Sliding it down to the next board, and marking again. This process will be continued until all boards are marked. A second operator can be following behind, placing the plates on top of each one of our marks. Straight line plates positioned according to the perimeter fastening pattern. And finally, we're going to be laying out the field sections. So using your prescriptive diagram, mark the positions of your chalk lines, snap your chalk lines down the long dimension of the board, and get ready to use your template bar to mark the position of each plate. So line that template bar with its field measurements marked on it up to your chalk line. Using a marker, mark the position of each plate. Sliding your template bar down to the next board, and marking your positions once again. Now your second laborer will be following behind you and installing plates. All right, as you can see before you, we have a fastening pattern laid out to represent the corner, the perimeter, and the field. Corner boards, 15 fasteners per board. Perimeter boards, 10. And the field boards, 6. Remembering that that fastening pattern is always supplied by the roof system manufacturer to the roofer. We hope you found today's content useful. And as a reminder, you can find all of this information online at omgroofing.com. Thank you very much.